So today is day one session of software testing. So we'll start from scratch. Okay, already I've sent across syllabus, all details by mail. Fine. So today we're gonna take this topic first. What is software testing? Who do software testing? Okay, and why software testing is very important. Fine. So let's start. First, what is software testing? Okay, so software testing is a process wherein software test engineer or software tester finds errors or find defects, okay, or errors from system, and also we make sure system or application works according customer given requirement. Okay, customer given requirement, right? So that process is called what? Software testing. Okay, that process is called software testing, correct? And now software testing is done by software test engineer, right? So any kind of software you develop, we have to make sure we have to test that software, we have to test that application, okay, and we have to find that problem from that application. So that process is called software testing. Detecting error from application, that process is called software testing, right? Now who do software testing? Who do software testing? So we call that person software tester or software test engineer, correct? Okay, or we call QA analyst also, right? Some company designation is analyst, right? So now very important question, why we should do software testing? Software testing, or why software testing is necessary, or why any company should invest money in software testing, or just develop software and give it to customer, right? We can just develop software and we can give it to customer, right? Or maybe customer will use, fine, but why we should invest money in software testing, or why software testing is very important, correct? So if we do testing, so if software testing is done, then only we call errors, means here we call also defects or bugs found from system, right? Through software testing only we can find defect from system or that error from system, correct? Without testing we can't say it is error free software, correct? Now software testing or this process will save company cost, okay, and also software testing make product quality product. Quality product. So first point, how software testing can save company cost, right? How software testing can save company cost, fine. So let's say we are working on one product, okay, we are working on one product, right? And now we are just done testing on that product or that software, fine. So let's take simple example. Let's say we are developing one software called calculator, right? We use calculator, okay, for calculation purpose, right? Using calculator we can do operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, square root, etc. Fine. Now we are testing today calculator, or we are using this calculator this way. Properly observe. So now we want to test square root of 9. So you click on button 9 and now click on square root. So answer is what? 3. Fine. Now we want to subtract 3 minus 3, or we want to check subtraction operation. So now 3 minus 3, and now click equal to, according to what should be result? 3 minus 3, what should be result according to you? Answer should be 0. Fine, but let's click equal to and properly observe. Answer is 1.121 something. Right? Answer is not 0. Right? Let's try what we have done. 9. Square root of 9, 3. 3 minus 3. And now click equal to. So we are anticipating answer 0. But see, it's giving answer 1.121 something. Fine. Okay, so there is problem in calculation, right? Let's try this way now. Properly observe. Now we want to test square root of 4. So click button 4. Right? Now click button square root. Right? So answer should be what? 2. Now again we are doing same 2 minus 2. So click button minus, click button 2 and click equal to. So according to what should be result here? Fine. So answer should be what? 0, right? It's very simple calculation. So now let's do one thing. Click on equal to button. But as soon as we click on equal to button, so we are not getting answer 0, we are getting answer minus 1.068281 something. Correct? Answer should be 0, but it's giving something different answer. Correct? So this is problem in this calculator. Correct? But this problem is there in all operating system. Right? Windows 95 to current Windows 8. Right? You can try on your office machine. Okay, you can try on at your home also machine. Okay, same this calculator's problem is there each and every machine currently. Fine, but this is very simple and very silly mistake, right? Okay, maybe it will not create big problem. Fine. So now let's try to test any banking related application. Fine. So for example, we are testing currently this banking application called ICICI Bank. Fine. Now assume we have a salary account in this ICICI Bank, or we have invested money in this bank, or our saving account is there in this bank. Fine. So for any banking application, calculation is very crucial. Fine. But now think this way. Now in this web application or this software, we have done development, we have not done testing, and exactly same this mistake, right? Similar calculator mistake is there in this software. Okay, in this software. Fine. But now this simple or maybe silly mistake, it can incur financial loss to that bank or maybe that customer also. Correct? It could be financial loss to that bank or maybe that customer. It could be a simple calculation problem. Got it? So that reason also software testing is very important. Okay, very important. Or if I give a simple example, one of my family cousin brother, he started a new hospital in Pune, India. Okay, he's a basically heart surgeon. Okay, and he started this hospital last year. He has bought a very costly machine from USA, correct? And he want in all that machine, everything should be what best, right? So he's bought that very costly machine, right? Okay, and we know doctor is not tester, he's not engineer, right? He's just paid that money and now he bought the machine. Fine. But now each and every machine we use nowadays software. Right? In our home also we use different machine, electronics appliance. In that also we use some software. Correct? Fine. So now that company has developed that machine, right? In that they have done development, but now they have not done testing and given that software or that machine, okay, to that doctor. Now doctor started surgery on that patients. Correct? But now that software which is used in machine for that testing is not done. Right? So obviously there is a problem in that software. Fine. So now when doctor starts surgery and in that there is some problem, it can kill to any patient also. So for us, life is more important than money actually or any other thing. Fine. Okay, so this way it also creates some problem. Got it? So if testing is done properly, so we can save company cost, right? Because let's say for example, this website is ready. Okay, development is done. Now we have done testing on that software, right? And we have also tried to make sure this software should work according client requirement and it is error free and there is no bugs in this application. And now we can give it to customer, right? Now customer will start using that software, but there is no error in that. Fine. Okay, there is no error in that. So now customer is also happy. Fine. But think this way, now we have done development. Okay, we have done development, right? But now testing is not done, right? We have just given that software to customer, right? Now customers started using that software day-to-day activities, but testing is not done. So that's reason now customer face a lot of problem, right? Also testing is not done, hence customer will complain this software is not working according my requirement, according my expectation. Fine. Also software is not working, so definitely a lot of problem in functionality, calculation, right? So all that problems, error, obviously that customer will report or give it to whom? Company, right? Again, company people will put more effort, more resources, okay, more time to correct all this error. Fine, but product is already delivered, but still we are working on that errors, right? We are correcting that errors, we are putting more resource time. So it increase company cost, correct? It increase more company cost. Fine, and nowadays each and every company want to save cost. In Microsoft people, Google, each and every company want to save cost. Fine. So hence now each and every company know what is significant of testing. Even client also have awareness why testing is needed. Correct? So if testing is done properly, okay, or testing is done on system, it will save company cost also. So here company people think it is better to invest 5 rupees or let's say $5 in that particular product for testing, correct? Otherwise later we have to spend maybe $5,000, okay, to correct all that errors. Fine. Also a lot of problem client face, so it will spoil company reputation also. Maybe some future project company can lose because of this small issues, correct? So hence now even the company think it is better to invest 5 rupees in testing and later we can save maybe more money for company also, correct? And also we are a customer of any kind of product, right? We just pay the money, but we want best product, we want quality product, correct? So it's not our job to test all that stuff, correct? So for that reason also we have to do testing, correct? So software testing will save company cost, correct? Third point, why we should do testing or why testing is very significant, because software testing make quality product, right? Any kind of software we say it's quality product because it is tested properly, it is working according client requirement. Okay, it is working according client requirement. Fine. Also it is quality product means there is no error in that, right? There is no error in that, and so it is called what? Quality product. Okay, also if it's quality product because maybe it's user friendly, it's simple, it's secure, so now client is saying it is quality product. Fine. But through testing only we can say it is quality product. Without testing we can't say it's a quality product. Fine. Also if it's a quality product, customer will pay extra money for that if it's a quality product. Fine. For example, let's say we want to plan to buy, let's television, so we go with Sony TV. Let's say we want to buy new mobile, so we go with Samsung. Let's say maybe a Sony product or maybe Apple. Why? Because it's a quality product. Fine. Also we know this product price is little bit high compared to some other product, but we pay extra premium, we pay extra money to get that product because we know it's a quality product. Correct? So that's when client pay extra money and indirectly it is benefit to company. Right? It is benefit to company. Correct? So if we make quality products, so it's benefit to company also. Right? And then last but not least, software testing make customer happy or delight. Fine. So nowadays, each and every company want to make customer happy, delighted. Also, they want that customer should satisfied by their services, that quality which company are providing to customer. Right. So nowadays, making customer happy or making customer satisfied. So that is very important for any company to increase their business. Fine. Also, if customer is happy, so they can give more business, more revenue to that company. Correct. Also, they will recommend, client will recommend more people, okay, about that company. Correct. Or maybe future projects or upcoming project, definitely they give it to that same company who has developed software for them. Fine. If customer is happy for that, right? Let's say currently we are using iPhone, let's say currently we are using Samsung phone, and we are happy with that product quality, so definitely when future we want to buy new mobile, we go with same product, right? And also we recommend our friends also to go with that product or buy that product, right? Because we are happy to use that product. Fine. But indirectly, customers happy means it is increasing that company business, right? It increase company revenue. So that is one plus point. Correct. If customers happy, okay, so they can give new business, new projects to our company. Correct. So because of all this reason, software testing is very, very crucial, very important, and it is integral part of any development company. So go to any IT company, okay, they do development along with testing. And currently development happening everywhere, right? Even NASA people, they develop software, even smallest kind of application also currently is get developed, but it require tester, right? It require sapient tester, even they require smart tester, but nowadays, correct? So with this point, we can say software testing is very important. It is necessary, right? Now let's move to next point, which is very generic intro question. What is project based company and product based company? Okay, so any IT company we can divide either project based company or product based company, right? So both is different. Project based company is different, product based company is different, right? So project based company, if I give very popular example, there are many examples are there. Let's say Infosys, TCS, Cognizant, okay, Accenture, etc. All are what your product based. This all are what project based company, correct? Likewise, which are the product based companies? Okay. So first, let's try to take example, and then we'll understand exact what mean by project based company and product based company. So product based company means what, and which is example of product based company. So let's take popular example first: Google, Microsoft, okay, then Oracle, SAP, okay, etc. So all these are product based company. But exactly what mean by project based company? Fine. So this company develop software or any application based on client given requirements or specifications. Specification is here documents. Fine. So for example, let's say we are working in TCS. Okay. So TCS is project based company, right? Now this company got project from this ICICI Bank. So now ICICI Bank is their client. Fine. But now this bank people will give a requirement, okay, details, specifications, document to TCS people. And now TCS employee will develop software for them. Right, but here TCS people is total depend to project. This TCS company or project based company is total depend to client. So whatever client will give a requirement specification, and according they develop software. Correct. So here relations like one project based company, one client for that particular one software. Okay. So hence this company we call project based company, right? Likewise, what is product based company? right? So product based company means these companies develop software or application based on their own understanding and make own requirements or specifications, right? They are not depend to any customer, right? So pure product based companies are Google, Microsoft, Oracle, SAP, all are product based company, correct? Also we are using Google product, Microsoft product, right? Okay, we are using Microsoft and Google product, right? But they are not asking us, right, what feature, what provision you want in this current product, right? They make their own requirement, own specification, and according they develop software, right? Also remember, all product based company, they will not develop software for one customer, not for one person, not for one group. They develop software for mass market, right? Mass market, hence that company reaches more across the world. So go to anywhere in the world and ask anyone, do you know Google, Microsoft, Oracle? So they are familiar with that name because product based company reaches more, right? Maybe project based company reach is limited to one city, one area, or one continent. Fine. So project based company is different, product based company is different. Correct. Also project based company we can call service based company because couple of all this MNC company they have started giving services to their client. Okay, services to that client means they have started BPO call center. Okay, and hence we can call this TCS, Cognizant, Accenture are service based companies. Correct? Service based company. Fine. Okay, so why we taken this topic today? Because let's say tomorrow we are going for interview. So first of all, we have to figure out that company is project based company or product based company. Alright. So for example, let's say tomorrow we are going for TCS for interview, right? TCS for interview. So first understand that company detail from corporate their website, right? Understand what kind of project they develop, what kind of process they follow in that company, what is strength of company, how many branches they have in India or maybe Mumbai, Pune, correct? Because at least one question will encounter during interview based on this. Fine. Also, you have to do homework for product based company. Let's say if you are going for any product based company, then what kind of product they develop, what feature they have in that product. Okay, who is their competitor? Correct. What is unique feature they have in that product? Fine. So at least we have to study and do homework based on this. Fine. And best medium is what? Go to that company website or you can visit that company LinkedIn right website. Okay, and from that we can get more details, right? Or we can get more details if any of our friends or any relative is working in that company. Fine. So this is all about project based company and product based company, right? Now let's move to next point. What is client server application and web application? What is client server application and web application? Fine. So this both are what application type. So client server application is different. Web application is what different. Fine. So let's take example of first client server application. So I can give best example of client server application is ATM machine. Fine. Also currently maybe you are using this application. Okay. All these are client server application. Okay. All these are what? Client server application. Fine. Likewise, what is web application example? Fine. So let's take simple example first. Alright. But exactly what mean by client server application? What mean by web application. Okay, what mean by client server application and web application? Fine. So let me put in simple layman word what mean by client server application. So any application which is kept on server and different PCs, means here different machines are connected with it. So it is called client server application, and best example is WhatsApp. At ATM machine is client server application. Okay, likewise what is web application, right? What is web application? Fine. So let's understand simple meaning. What is web application, right? And why currently there is more demand for web application. Okay. So can you give me any other example of web application? Any other example of web application which you use? All right, great, fine. So web application is what? Any application which runs on browser, correct, and access from HTTP or HTTPS protocol, right? So HTTP and HTTPS means what? So HTTP stand for Hypertext Transfer Protocol and HTTPS stand for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Correct. So most of banking related application, e-commerce, even our Facebook, Gmail, see, okay, all are what? HTTPS, right? All are what? HTTPS. See, this banking application is also what? HTTPS, right? So it will encrypt the data. Also, there is security certificate in that. Okay, encryption is there, right? Data will be more secure if you use HTTPS. Okay, also we access this website, okay, from browser by writing HTTPS. So all that application, all that URL is called HTTPS URL. Correct? Okay, so that is our web application. Fine, and client server application. Okay, web application and client server application. Fine. So let's say Pune University website, or let's say Mumbai University website is what? Web application. Correct? So that is also web application. Correct? So let's take simple example now for web application. Fine. So this is uh, our Mumbai City website, right? Or any university website you can open and see. So currently, whatever we see currently, it is called front end. Okay, it is called front end or GUI. Fine. So in this website, you want to register. So we click on what? Register, right? And we mention couple of information, right? But now that data got stored where? At backend. Okay, it gets stored where? Backend. Fine. So currently this is called front end GUI, right? But now all the data which is we have entered, it gets stored where? At backend. Okay, it gets stored at backend, right? So this is your front end. Also some people call, especially developer call that as a PL, means presentation layer. Okay, presentation layer or front end. Fine, presentation layer or front end. Okay, now DL means here what? Database layer or backend. Okay, database layer or backend. It could be SQL, Oracle, MySQL, anything. Fine. But now when we enter some information at front end, it gets stored at back end, okay, where applications kept, data is kept, right? But to connect now A point and B point, okay, to connect A point and B point, we require what? Bridge, okay, which is nothing but our business layer, or we also call that as a middle end. Okay, so here BL means what? Business layer. Fine. So whatever we enter here information on front end, right, that request will go to actually business layer. Okay, and from business layer it will forward to our back end. Fine. So let's say you want to check our result on university website, so we enter our roll number. So that request will go from front end or presentation layer to business layer, and business layer to database layer. Now it will check for roll number result, right, and from that database layer we get response to first business layer or middle end, and then we can see on our page result. Okay, so that way normally communication happen for any web application, correct? But presentation layer is different location. Let's say we are accessing this website from Amravati or Pune, right? This database layer is at Santa Cruz, Mumbai, right? Business layer is again different location. So all that three layer in three different location. Hence it is called three tier. Okay, three tier, because all these three layer in three different location. So any kind of application which gonna use by limited people across world, so it is called three tier. Okay, three tier, right? I'm telling in few minutes why only limited people can access, because if many people start accessing this website three tier, it becomes slow, right? It won't respond, correct? Okay, so it is called three tier. Fine. So let's say our Mumbai City website is what? Three tier. Likewise, we have taken ATM example for client server application, and it is called two tier. Fine. So this is one ATM machine at Pune, for example, right? This is at Amravati, this is at Nagpur, and this is at Mumbai, right? But for example, all these ATM machines are definitely connected with server, right? It's connected with server, right? So in our city, right, we have 4 ATM machine, and all that ATM machines are connected with server. Fine. And now let's say you want to withdraw money from ATM machine, so we enter correct PIN number, right? Correct PIN number. So now as soon as we enter correct PIN number and then some amount to withdraw money, so that request will go from, okay, ATM machine to server, because on server data and everything is kept. Okay, but our ATM machine is what? Just client. Why it's called client? Because it asks for information data to whom? Server, and server will serve that information data to whom? Client. Hence it's called server. But client will contain what here? Presentation layer and business layer. PL plus BL means presentation layer and business layer. Okay, presentation layer and business layer. Fine. And now server will contain some database. Okay, hence it is called database layer. Fine, but remember this client server application or two tier never browser based, right? It will be never browser based. So ATM machine is best example of client server application, right? Even WhatsApp is also client server application. Skype is also client server application, right? So for example, we type hello on our device, so that request will go where? To server, right? But server will send that response or maybe reply to some other person device, not same device. Okay, for some mobile app like WhatsApp, Hike, etc. So it is also client server application or two tier application. Fine. Likewise, there is one more application type called stand-alone application or one-tier application. Okay, so best example, this operating system is what? Stand-alone application, or the device which we are using, mobile device. So that is also stand-alone application, because in this application, front end or presentation layer, business layer or middle end, and back end or database layer, everything in a one location. So any kind of application which gonna use by single user on single location, and all layer which is there in same machine, same computer, so it is called desktop or standalone application or one-tier application. So our mobile device, operating system, all are one-tier application, correct? Likewise, client-server application, right, or two-tier application. Third application type is called three-tier, right? Three-tier. But this three-tier application could be used by limited people only, because as soon as we start accessing our Mumbai City website, right? Okay, so maybe first hour it will work proper, but when more people start accessing that website, it becomes slow, right? Sometimes it get crash, it doesn't respond fast also, because same time many people accessing that website, so it could not take load. Fine. But what Google has done, what Facebook has done, this application never be slow, and that is also web application, right? So what basically Google has done, right? Okay, what Google has done, so let's say we are accessing this website from one location. Okay, let's say Pune, right? So this is of PLM's presentation layer, right? But now what Google has done, they've kept business layer at different location. For India, they've kept at server at Bangalore. For Australia, Sydney, right? For each country, they have kept business layer at different locations. So what happened when we access website from, let's say, Mumbai or Pune, so that request will go from that location to Bangalore server, and from Bangalore server it will route to Google US server. Fine. Same way, if you access any Google website, okay, from, let's say, one city of Australia, let's say Perth, so that request will go from that city to Sydney server, and from that to Google US server. So same time, if many people access that website, so your performance get increase, but load get divide, right? So per second, we know millions of people access Google website, but still it's always available, because they've kept this business layer at different location, right? And this is just for example purpose. So presentation layer is different location, plus all these three layer, and database layer is different location, hence it is 5-tier application, right? But actually it is entire application for Google, right? This is just for example purpose. Fine. And that way performance get increased but load get divided. So Google is using this mechanism. So take any application which we are using on mobile device, on our computer, right? When we go outside, shopping mall, banks, okay, any hotels, so even they require software. Okay, so that all software are based on these four application types. One-tier application, two-tier application, okay, three-tier application, and then n-tier application. Got it? Fine. So up to any question? And now currently there is a tremendous demand for web application, and we know web application is future. Fine. And why there is more demand for web application nowadays? So first key reason, when we use web application, just open browser, type URL, immediately we can start accessing that web application. Okay, so there is no complex installation, just type website URL and immediately we can start accessing that website. Right. Second reason, let's say our client have a 1,000 employees, few in US, few in Australia, okay, and few in Pune or Mumbai, right? So we recommend client go with web application, because all these employee, they can access, okay, their in-house software application across anywhere in the world if it's a web application, right? Third advantage, if it's a web application, then it will be secure if you use HTTPS, okay, HTTPS. Correct. And nowadays every person want to connect with someone, right? So best medium is what? Web application, right? Hence most of 80% projects are coming in India, all are web application currently, right? Even if you ask your friends currently if they are working in any company as a developer or tester, so definitely maybe they are working on web application, right? Because there is demand is more for web application, but still we are developing client server application and also desktop application, because that is also important and necessary. Correct. So these are application types. Okay, applications. Fine. So up to any question, whatever you learn in that. So if any question, you can raise your hand. Okay, there is one option is there to raise your hand. So you can raise your hand and ask your question, or you can ping on Gtalk or maybe here chat section and ask your question. Okay, fine. So let's proceed further. So now we're gonna discuss testing methods, right? Which is also very common and generic intro question. Software testing methods. Method means what? Way, right? Method means what? Way. Fine. So let me put simple way. What mean by method? So which are the method to open calculator on machine? So first method is what? All program accessories go to calculator. Correct? Second method is what? From here shortcut. Third method is what? Type calculator and then hit enter. Fine. So there are three methods to open calculator on our machine. Fine. Likewise, if you want to test software, which are the method? And everything is software. This notepad is software. Calculator is software. Code which developer write, and that is also software. Okay. But now which are the method to test any software? Correct. So there are three key methods are there: black box testing, white box testing, and third method is gray box testing. Okay, there are three methods are there. So first, what is black box testing? Right, what mean by black box testing, or what is definition of black box testing? Fine, so this testing is done, right, very important keyword, without knowledge of code or internal structure of system. Okay, so this testing is done but without knowledge of code, without knowledge of internal structure, okay, of system is called black box testing. Okay, it's called black box testing. Fine. Okay, so let's take simple example to understand this black box testing method. Fine. So let's say we are making one box here. Fine. And this box is nothing but, let's consider this is one bank login page. Fine. Login page. Okay. So now on login bank page, we get what fields, or we call inputs, user ID, okay, and let's say password. Fine. So our inputs are what? User ID and password. Okay, user ID and password. Fine. Same way, then we have to check what? Output. Okay, right? So we are trying to give here correct user ID, correct password. So let's say our correct user ID is Sheetal, correct password is testing123. Okay, so you enter correct user ID, correct password. So output is what? User can log in system. Okay, user can log in system, right? Likewise, we can enter what? Wrong ID or wrong password, or both is blank. And now click on login button. Okay, login button. Fine. So output is what? Error message. Okay, output is what? Error message. So currently keep blank, or let's enter everything valid. Okay, password is also valid, and click login, then user can log in system, but enter something invalid, right? Password is invalid, and now click on login button, then user cannot log in system. Fine. So basically here in this black box testing, what we are doing, give inputs and check output. Fine. But we are not bothering here what programming language is used, what logic is used to develop this login function. Correct? Our concern is to just give input, check output. That's it. Right? We are not bothering here programming language. We are not bothering here logic. Correct? We are not bothering what code is used to develop this feature. Right? So that method is called black box testing. Okay, that method is called black box testing. Correct? Now black box testing is also called as a functionality testing. Also it is called requirement means specification based testing. Okay, or it is also called behavior testing and also opaque testing. Fine. And now who do this testing? So black box testing is done by black box tester or functional tester. Correct. So in Naukri Monster, if you search job, so they mention in job description you require functional tester, right? Means here that tester is going to do what? Black box testing, right? Black box testing or maybe functional testing. Fine. But why this method have a different name? Okay, why that method has different name? Functional testing, behavior testing, requirement based testing. Fine. So basically currently in this bank example, we are testing login, right? So login is what? Function, and that reason we call it is functionality testing. We are testing application functionality. So how system is working, right? So we are testing that application functionality, right? Or we are just checking that application functionality should work proper. Okay, that's it, right? Hence it is also called functionality testing. Also it is called requirement or behavior testing, because to develop this website, to develop this system, client has given requirement. Right? Let's say client is given requirement that user should enter valid email ID or valid user ID. Here password should be 6 to 20 character and user can enter password with machine keyboard and virtual keyboard. Right? So when we enter password with virtual keyboard, so it will not keep a log anywhere in machine and it is more secure. Fine. Also when user enter password and try to copy that password, see, it is not allowing right click. Fine. Also, if user enter valid user ID and password 3 times wrong and click on login button, it should block user account. Correct. So etc. All this requirement client has given and now development is done, but we have to test to ensure that this software is working according client requirement. And we know end of the day we are not going to use the software, that customer is going to use that software, right? So and obviously customers paid the money, so we have to just make sure software should work according customer requirement, right? Hence testing is also important and this testing is called requirement based testing. Fine. Also it is called behavior testing. Behavior testing, why it's called behavior testing? So we have to check system behavior. Means what? So for example in this website, if you click on any link, it will navigate to same page, okay, or desired page. But now properly observe in this website, we are clicking on shipping policy page. Properly observe. So as soon as we click on shipping policy page, it displaying us here welcome to Bookadda support. Fine. So you click on page shipping policy, but displaying page different. But shipping policy page is this. See. Got it? So system is behaving, but what wrong way? Likewise, let's try to click on return policy page, but just properly observe here. Again displaying same page, right? Same page, but now return policy page is different. Alright, let's try to click on here footer section privacy policy page. Okay, privacy policy page. Fine. So let's click on this link and we anticipate that it should display same, right? It should display what? Privacy policy page, not same page, but see displaying that same support page. but privacy policy page is different. Got it? So here system is behaving or it's functioning, but what wrong way? Correct? So it is not sufficient that software is functioning or it is behaving, but we have to also check whether it's behaving right way or wrong way. If it's working on right way, then it's perfect. If it's working on wrong way, then there is a problem. Correct? Okay, so that also you are testing here. Hence it is called behavior testing. Okay, it is called behavior testing. And then last, it is called opaque testing. Why? Because now this box is black box. Inside that we can't see. So it is opaque. Correct? So it is opaque. Fine. And in this method, black box testing method, programming knowledge is not mandatory. Okay, programming knowledge is not mandatory. Correct? So that is your black box testing. So here we're gonna do black box testing in application. Correct? Or any company, basically black box tester will do what? Black box testing or functional testing. Got it? Let's move to second method, white box testing. Okay, so white box testing means what? Fine. So this testing is done but with knowledge of code or internal structure of system. So it is called white box testing. Okay, white box testing. Correct? Obviously white box testing also have a different names. Okay, but who do white box testing? So white box testing is done by white box tester. Okay, or same person we call developer or programmer. Alright, so it is better a person write the code should test the code. Right, so we're not gonna do white box testing. Okay, now white box testing is also called as a glass box testing or clear box testing or transparent testing or structure based testing. Okay, clear box testing, transparent testing, structure based testing. Fine. So these are the different names of white box testing. Correct? So let's take simple example to understand white box testing. So now this box color we are making what? White. Correct? So I'm writing very simple code. Don't worry if you don't have a programming knowledge. Right? Do addition of two number. So first let's define three variable a, b, c, integer a, b, c, and now we want to take two value from user and we want to store into a and b, right? And now we want to do addition of two number, okay, a plus b, right? And now we want to store into third variable, and then last we want to print, right? So we have written print c. Fine, but here also same concept. In this method, give input and check output. Okay, we can give input and check output. Fine. So inputs you can give, let's say 10. Okay, so a equal to what? 10. Okay, a equal to 10 and b equal to 20. So c should be what? 30. Fine. So this is your input. Okay, this is your input. Same way you need to check also output, right? So now we can give value a equal to say 10.50. Okay, b equal to 20.50. So c should be not 31. C is what? Error. Okay, c is what? Error. Fine, because this both value is decimal and we have defined integer value, right? Okay, integer value, so it will not accept decimal, means float value. Correct? Now let's try this way. Equal to test b equal to 10. So c should be what? Error. Right? How come? Because we can't do addition, right? Character and number. So answer is what? Error. Okay, answer is what? Error. Got it? Okay. So this is white box testing, but here programming knowledge is mandatory. Hence it's done by developer programmer. But now why it's called glass box testing, right? Clear box testing, transparent testing, right? Structure based testing. Fine. So back to that example, and let's consider this box is nothing but one glass. Okay, this box is nothing but one glass. Okay, so that glass, let's assume this box is nothing but glass, right? So in that glass you have kept code. So what's the characteristic of glass, right? In glass, if you keep water or in liquid or anything, it is clearly visible. It's transparent. Fine. So in this glass, you have kept code. So it is clearly visible. It's transparent. And hence it is also called glass box testing, clear box testing, or transparent testing. Fine. And now this code, basically developer call them as a structure. This code is nothing but structure. Hence it's also called as a structure based testing. Right, because they are testing structure, right? Structure, fine. Hence it is called structure based testing. But developer check here what? Logic, syntax, okay, etc. But in functional testing, developer or tester check what? Basically functionality, GUI, and also requirement, right? So black box testing is also very fascinating and important also, right? So this is all about white box testing. Let's discuss what is gray box testing. So this testing is mixture of black box testing and white box testing, right? We know when we mix color black and white, it become gray color, right? So this testing method is mixture of black box testing and also gray box testing, right? So gray box testing is done by whom, which person? So it's done by developer or programmer, correct? Because they are testing same time code along with functionality, how? So let me give simple example. So let's say we are testing this website, right? But now client is asked to add some content, or client want to replace this logo. Fine, replace this logo. Fine. Or here we want to edit some link name, correct? So for that, creating front end, we use technology called HTML, hypertext markup language, right? And if you want to see the logic of that page, right click anywhere and go to view page source, right click anywhere and go to view page source, right? So as soon as we select view page source, we can see that HTML code, right, which is used to create that front end or GUIs. Fine, don't worry about this code. So this code is used to create that page, right? Create that page. Fine. But now client is asked to replace this logo, or you want to add some new content or information. So what basically HTML developer do? So they write some logic here. They write some logic in HTML, save that HTML file, and then they refresh, okay, website page and check whether it's properly reflecting on website or not. Right? So your developer is testing basically first HTML code. Hence method is white box. Along with that, they are testing application functionality, which is nothing but black box. But at a time they are doing black box testing and white box testing. Hence it is called gray box testing. Gray box testing, and it demand coding knowledge along with functionality knowledge. Hence ideally done by developer or programmer or person who know both code along with functionality. So it is our gray box testing, correct? Gray box testing. Fine. So there are three methods: black box, white box, gray box. How to remember easily? First letter of each. Black box B, white box W, and gray box G. BWG. Correct? Now what is difference between black box testing and white box testing, because it is also very common interview questions for us. So black box testing method is different, white box testing method is different. Okay, but exactly what is difference between that? Fine. So black box testing. So first point we can take what? Definition, right? Or you can remember this difference based on some keywords. Okay, based on what? Keywords. So using keyword that we can easily recall. So first point is based on definition. So black box testing means what? This testing is done, okay, with knowledge of code. Okay, with knowledge of code. Without knowledge of code or internal structure, so it is called black box testing, right? Likewise, white box testing means this testing is done but with knowledge of code or internal structure, so it is called white box testing. Okay, white box testing. Fine. Next point of difference, black box testing is done by, okay, black box testing is done by black box tester or functional tester. Okay, white box testing is done by white box tester or developer. Fine. Then next point, black box testing is also called by different name such as black box testing is also called by different names such as functional testing, right? Requirement based testing, behavior testing, opaque testing, etc. Correct? White box testing also have different names such as glass box testing, clear box testing, right? Transparent testing, structure based testing. Fine. So first definition, okay. Second point of difference, done by whom, right? Then names. Fine. Next point, programming knowledge, right? So as far as black box testing is concerned, programming knowledge is not mandatory. Okay, if you are doing black box testing, programming knowledge is not mandatory, it's not compulsory, correct? Without that also you can work on that. So programming knowledge is not mandatory as far as black box testing is concerned, but for white box testing, programming knowledge is mandatory, right? Then only we can check that code. Fine. And then last but not least point, basically what black box testing we check means what to test, right? Okay, in black box testing. So black box testing tester check what? Test functionality, right? Requirement, okay, GUI, right, etc. Likewise, white box testing tester check what? So tester test code in that syntax, right, logic, etc. Fine. So this is key difference between black box testing and white box testing. But how we can easily recall? Okay, how we can easily recall based on this keywords. Okay, based on this keywords, right? So just recall keyword, right? Easily we can elaborate into, correct? If you know the keywords properly. Fine. So this is different between black box and white box. Sometimes indirectly they ask an interview, explain me difference between functional testing and structure based testing, which is nothing but black box testing and white box testing. Correct? So this is all about testing methods. Correct? Also, when testing is done, obviously we found some couple of problems, right? But we should know exact meaning of that technical word meaning, like what is bug, defect and error. Fine. So let me first explain what is error or mistake. So this is according ISTQB syllabus. Error is nothing but it's a human action which produce incorrect result. So error is nothing but it's a human action which produce incorrect result. Correct. So if you take example uh, here, let's say in this login application, right? We have kept user ID empty, password empty of this login of ICICI Bank. Now click login button. So we get what? Error. Correct? We can get what? Error. Fine. So any kind of human mistake is called what? Error. Okay, any kind of human mistake is called what? Error. Fine. For example, installing any software, but we are not familiar how to install that software. We are not familiar steps, and something wrong we select. Okay, then we can get what? Error. Correct? Error. Likewise, developer when they write some code, in that if something wrong in logic, syntax is wrong, so then they get what? Error. Okay, then they get what? Error in a code. Why? Because something is wrong, right? Or any kind of human mistake in short is called error. Correct? So I'm giving simple example in QTP tool about error. First we have to declare variable. Let's say now a equal to 100 means we have assigned value to variable, and then we can write what? Print a, right, to get output, to get what? Output. Fine. So what we have done here, we have given we have defined one variable, we have assigned value to that variable. Okay, and now we want to get output, so let's click on run button, right, and let's see whether it will give proper output or not if we click on run. So as soon as we click on run button, executions got completed. So last we can get quick test print log 100, right, output is 100, so it's working proper. But now if we do some syntax mistake, right, let's say a comma b comma, so just deliberately I'm not putting third variable, and now we try to run this code, right, again run this. Fine. So we are getting here what? Error. What is error? Line number 1, test run cannot continue due to syntax error. So it was my error. I have not kept, it was my mistake. I have not kept here third variable, and that's reason we are getting error. So now we have put third variable, and now we are trying to run, but again it is giving error, type mismatch. Why type mismatch? Because that syntax is not proper. Correct? So this is called error. Okay, this is called error, right? So error means any kind of human mistake is called error, right? Likewise, what is bug and defect? So according ISTQB, any flow means what? Something imperfect in a component or system which cause, any flow means something imperfection in a component system which cause component system to fail to perform its required function. So that is basically bug or defect. So it's flow in a component system which cause component system to fail to perform its required function. So it is called bug or defect. Fine. Now here component system is what? Let's say we have car. So it is whole system, but engine is a component, right? Tire is a component, right? But if something is problem or something imperfection in engine, so we cannot drive car. Fine. So error means human mistakes, and bug and defect something imperfection in component system. So that is called bug or defect. Correct. So let me give example of bug and defect. So just start of session I explained first calculator bug, right? Calculator bug. So that was calculator bug, right? Now let me showcase here one more interesting bug. So in this web application, what is requirement given by client? If user want to register, so user need to enter valid use email ID. Password should be 6 to 20 character. Confirm password must be same and 6 to 20 character. Fine. And as soon as user click on create account button, right? User click on create account button. So it will send one verification mail in mention email ID to activate account. Fine. So now just deliberately we are giving here wrong email ID, password one character. Okay. Confirm password is also one character, and now click on create account button. So according to what should be result? Result should be what? Output should be what? It should not allow customer to register, because for not this application, any web application password never should be one character, right? Okay, and now just click on create account button and just properly observe whether that system is really working according client requirement. No. So it allowing directly user to register that web application without any verification. It is allowing register with one character password, and that is bug. Okay, that is what? Bug. Fine. Okay, so this is bug. Fine. Let me showcase one more interesting here bug in this website. So this is one edit box wherein user can enter a keyword or any book name to search. For example, if you enter Chetan Bhagat, okay, right, any good author or any author name keyword and click find books. So for that enter keyword we can get what? Result, right? Result. But now properly observe, here we are entering @ okay, we are entering @ and now click on find books. So what should be output we anticipate? It should give a result, right? No search found for @ no search found for @. So that should be some message. Fine. So now let's click on find books button, but as soon as we click on find books button and then you see the result, so result is what? No search found for %. See here @ is get converted to %, right? This is also very interesting bug, right? So it displaying error message, but what? Wrong, and we have entered @ so it should not get changed to end. So it displaying here end. Got it? So this is also bug, right? So error is different, bug is different, right? Any kind of human mistake is called error, and anything which is imperfect and compound system, so that is called error. Got it? And now last point, right? This is also very common interview question asked by HR. Why you choose software testing as a career? Okay, why you choose software testing as a career, right? So what point we can highlight into? So we can say currently there is a tremendous demand for software testing in IT industry. Correct. Second point, as far as software testing is concerned, right, programming knowledge is not mandatory. Third advantage, not require to depend any technology. Not required to depend any technology. Programming knowledge is not mandatory, not required to depend any technology. Means what? So let's say you want to start career in software testing. Okay, so programming knowledge is not mandatory. Earlier it was trend that you must require knowledge of C, .NET, Java, PHP. Then only we can work. But as far as software testing is concerned, it is not compulsory. But having knowledge is always benefit, but not mandatory for manual testing. Fine. Third reason we can tell, not required to depend on any technology. Fine. So maybe we think that my friend is working as a .NET developer, right? Let's start career in .NET. Fine. Okay. So now down the line, okay, let's say you want to take switch in any organization, and now that company is using Android technology, any mobile technology or Java technology. So that .NET developer cannot switch because technology is totally different. front end, database, everything is different. Okay, everything is different, right? So that .NET developer cannot switch or work on other technology because that technology is totally different, correct? And also it is difficult, right? Also it take time to learn that technology, right? But there is no problem for developer. Let's say currently you are working in any company as a tester, and we are testing this website, for example, which is developed on .NET. Okay, and now future we got one new opportunity, and that company is using Java technology or let's say mobile technology. So tester can easily switch. There is no limitation for tester. And also good thing in software testing, you can get chance to work on different technologies also. So that is one plus point. Fine. Okay, so not required to depend on any technology. So there are various technologies are in market now, .NET, right? Java technology, PHP technology, right? Mobile, Android, iPhone technology, ERP technologies, right? But tester can work on any technology, right? That is one plus point. But for developer, it is problem, right? Tester, there is no limitation. Fine. Now, last but not least, we can say why I choose software testing as a career, because I have a love and passion for software testing. Okay, I have a love and passion for software testing. Hence, that's the reason I would choose software testing as a career, right? Because obviously in that career, we want to be successful. We want to make money in that career. Okay, so any kind of career we choose, right? This two thing is very, very important. We should be very passionate for that. And also whatever we are doing, we should love that work. Correct? Because if you take any example of successful people, okay, that all that people have this two main thing, right? They have love and passion for that work which they are doing, right? So take any example of successful people, let's say Sachin Tendulkar, right? So he's very successful in all kind of cricket format, right? 2020 one day test cricket, because he's very passionate for cricket, right? He love the game, right? He's very passionate even any other cricketer in world, correct? And that's why he's very successful. Fine. If you take other example, let's say from music industry, let's say A.R. Rahman, so he's also very successful because he's also very passionate for music, right? He's creating a lot of melodies, songs and music for us because he love the music, correct? So if we choose any kind of career, sports, music, let's say testing, so this two thing is very, very important. We should be very passionate for that, and we should love that work. And then automatically money, name, fame will come automatically. We're not required to do anything, right? And definitely will be successful for that career. Fine. So this point we can highlight if someone or especially HR asks why you choose software test as a career, not development or some XYZ. Right. So you can highlight this point and we can easily convince that HR. Fine. So up to any question, whatever we have learned from start to end. I hope I've kept everything simple. So first we're gonna take manual testing. In that also we are covering ISTQ syllabus. Okay, so first manual testing. What points now we're gonna cover? So everything is mentioned in syllabus. So first we're gonna take all that software testing concept, which one should know. Then only we can easily crack interview. So all that testing concepts in detail we're gonna learn, right? Along with example and everything. Correct. Also we're gonna prepare testing documents. Okay, such as test case, test plan, which any tester or your uh, friend currently they are working as a tester, they are preparing all this document, RTM document, bug report document, etc. Correct. Also I'm giving last one live project, so you can mention resume, right? And you can tell on that project your work on that project and all that concept, right? You implement in this project, because if you are just telling I have knowledge, so nobody will entertain, right? We should tell I have hands-on work experience on any project, right? Then only we can easily convince people. And nowadays industry demand people who are already trained on any projects, right? They don't want to give a training to any candidate. They want ready-made people, correct? So that's the many students they are coming here to learn exact what we do in company. Fine. Along with live project, we gonna do last resume preparation, right? So in that resume, exact what keyword we need to put. Okay, how to make proper resume so we can get more right interview call, right? So that also we are going to do at last, right? Along with that, last two session for mock HR and interview questions. HR and technical interview questions. So we can come to know that normally what kind of question we're gonna encounter for HR technical interview question, right? How to face it, what preparation is needed, right? Also we can get idea what kind of question normally asked in this interview round. Also we can come to know how much we are prepared, where to improve, right? Still which places we have to improve, correct? So at least we can get idea from that mock session, so we can give our best in real time interview after that. But that interview won't be difficult for us because most of question we are familiar and we have done practice in this mock session. Fine. Also we are going to cover in this course ISTQB certification, uh, ISTQB certification topics, right? In this whole manual testing syllabus, so you're not required to do separate preparation for that, right? And in future if you want to plan, you can directly give that certification exam, okay, once this courses get over, right? Once this training courses get over, right? Okay, and not required to do separate preparation. Fine. So all this thing we gonna do for whole that manual testing course, right? But our more focus exact what we do in company, right? Exact what process company follow to develop any software, how we test, right? So that is main our prime concern in this whole course, right? Along with that we also gonna learn some automation tool which have more demand currently, right? Or which have most of job openings coming in India or US or outside country, right? So there are different tools are there, or there are various tools are there in market currently, but we are learning tool currently for this level which have more openings or which have more long-term future. So that tool we are learning HP QTP, Bugzilla, okay, Mantis, okay, and HP Quality Center. Okay, Bugzilla is a one bug tracking tool. Fine, Mantis is also one bug tracking tool. So there are various tools are there in market, but currently this tool have a more job opportunity. So that's when we are learning this tool in this whole course. Correct? Or if you mention this tool name in resume, so there are chances that our resume can get shortlisted quickly. Also we can get plenty of calls, and these are the very generic tool which most of company they use currently for testing process, correct? So also I'm giving that tool crack software also, so you can practice on your machine, right? Okay, so this is all about automation tools, correct? Automation tool means what? Basically that software is used to automate that process which currently we are doing manually, right? If I put more simple in layman language, like any home for washing clothes, we can use washing machine, or we can do that same work manually, but it is better to use washing machine, right? So exactly a lot of company they are doing manual testing, but nowadays they have automation tools, and that whole process which they are doing manually, they have automation tools, and using tools means software we can automate that process, right? But currently for this level, as we are a beginner, we should know both, because some big company they demand that even freshers should have at least knowledge of automation tools, because that company is using that particular tools, so they demand that candidates should know at least this tool, Fine. Okay, so this whole thing we're gonna do in this whole course, in this diploma in software testing course. Correct. So along with that, we are providing interview questions. Okay, even ISTQB dumps, right? Questions. Also daily, this what are topics we're gonna learn. I'm sending soft copy of that also for practice. Along with that, I'm giving ISTQB book for study. Fine. So if you have any question, please let me know in this. I hope I've kept very simple and easy way everything. And also I'm providing a recording session of each chapter, so you can study that from that recording session. Also you can revise that, right? Along with that syllabus, I have provided one Excel sheet. Comparison Excel sheet means what we provide or what we offer to our students and what other people offer to students, right? So one comparison Excel sheet I have sent along with syllabus, so also you can just go through that in free time. Okay, so in this Excel sheet, that details are mentioned, means what we offer to our students, right? So in this Excel sheet, I have mentioned that all information clearly what is required or what is benefit to students, right? So this is a comparison sheet. Fine. So almost I have 7 years of working experience on live project. Also, I got on-site opportunity, right? Also, if you go to some institute, and if you get details about that faculty, most of faculty who are teaching for software testing, they are fresher. Okay, maybe they are experienced, but hardly 1 or 2 year experience on any real-time project. Fine. And remember, this is job-oriented course. This is not our college-oriented course. So a faculty who is giving training to someone require working knowledge, not teaching knowledge. Correct? Because teaching knowledge is different and working knowledge is totally different, right? Real time is different and our college syllabus, everything is totally different. Fine. Second point, also I've done various certification like advanced ISTQB certification, HP CST, Oracle certification, and then I've started giving training to students. But if you go to institute and if you ask that faculty, right, what kind of certification you've done, what kind of international certification you've done, so hardly they have some certification. So it is not good if you are not certified people, if you don't have knowledge or experience, right? We should not train or teach someone. Correct? Many institute what happen, unfortunately, a faculty who are fresher or maybe they are a student of that institute, they start giving training to that other batch of student. Okay, so which is not good actually, right? That even student can't learn more thing from that faculty. Fine. Next point, teaching methodology in this whole course, that is more project oriented course, means what to test and how to test. Correct? But if you go outside, it is purely theoretical approach, right? And that faculty is just running PPT presentation file and they just teach theory, and this will not help to crack any interview. Even this will not help to work any company also, right? In our class there are many people come who already have working knowledge, 3 years experience, 5 years experience, right? They come here specially to make their concept strong. Also they are working as a tester, but they want to take good jump in any company or MSc company, right? But that concept is not good. Okay, or maybe they don't know exactly how testing should done, right? Okay, so they're coming here to do course to know exact how testing is done, what testing is done, right? Also we use couple of techniques, couple of tools, even that working people doesn't have a knowledge of that. Correct? So that we train in this whole course. Training type, so in Mumbai we are giving classroom training. Along with that we are giving online training also, because a lot of students they reside outside Mumbai, let's say US, UK, Bangalore, Pune, so they can't come here. So for them we are providing services online session, right? So it is good actually, because it save that student time, not required to travel a lot, even they can learn anywhere, okay, from world, right? And it save basically that student time. Correct? And when we are giving convenient time, okay, for this training course, so they can easily learn from anywhere in the world. Fine. Outside they're just giving what classroom, and it is in crowd. Crowd means 30 people, 1000 people, even sometimes 100 people. So in that crowd user can't hear cust, and this crowd, okay, that student can't learn. Okay, it's not benefit to them actually, right? In crowd people doesn't ask question, so which is not also good. Fine. Next, we try to keep less people, maximum 4 people in each and every batch, even online session and here also classroom session. So I can give individual attention to every student, so they can ask their question, they can ask query or doubt immediate, and also I try to give that answer immediate. But in, if you are learning in crowd, so nobody will ask question, right? Okay, even that faculty doesn't have a time to explain all that thing. So they are just busy to finish course, but there is no benefit to student end of the day. Right? However, they are paying a lot of money to learn that technology or learn that particular course. But in crowd, if we learn, right, we can't learn anything. Right? Okay, even that faculty don't support us or maybe don't give answer because that person don't have a time. Correct? So it's not benefit to student. Right? Next point, our first 2 session is free session and remaining are paid session. So wherein student can evaluate whole test, this whole process, how that faculty is even trained to student. They can experience whole training process. Also they can understand if there is a ease in whole training course or not. They can ask their question doubts immediate to that faculty. Okay, they can evaluate testing this whole teaching process method. Okay, and if they are convinced, so they can go ahead with that, right? But outside, this is not process, but we have started this process from last couple of years. But if you go outside, so we have to pay money first, we start course and then we learn everything which is theory, and then we feel regret. Okay, but our that money which is invested, it will go in vain or it get wasted. So we have not kept that process, right? Next point, which is also important and benefit to students. So there is no extra charge of repeating this course anytime in future. Right? This is just one time fee. Okay, so student can also repeat that course in future even after getting job. If they want to repeat whole course, they can repeat, but there is no extra charge of repeating this course anytime in future for this course. Right? So definitely is benefit to student. Okay, but if you go outside, if you want to repeat anything, right, or maybe whole course, that student need to pay extra money or maybe at least half of that, right? So it is not benefit to student. Fine. Next point, and which is also benefit to student, if student miss any class, okay, or any particular topic because of some personal reason or illness, so whatever topic they miss, so again I will repeat that into next batch or maybe other timing, or also I'm providing also recorded session, so it is not lost to that student. Fine. But outside what happened, let's say if 2-3 days we are not available for class and whatever topic you miss, when that faculty doesn't bother, even they don't ask, okay, so it is lost to that student actually. Fine. Also they are not providing any support for that. Fine. Also some time what happened, that whatever topic you miss or we doesn't know, unfortunately same question we encounter into and we can't tell any answer, right? Because you miss that topics, right? So it is lost to student if we go to that particular institute, but we have not kept that process here. Fine. Next point, which just now I told, last week gonna do resume preparation. So we assist student to prepare correct and perfect resume. Okay, outside they are not supporting for that. Okay, they just give what one maybe resume format, but they will not assist student to how to make correct resume, right? Also last 2 session is mock HR and technical round, which just now I told. Okay, but for outside they are not supporting for any technical HR interview question preparation. Fine, which is not good. So we have not kept that process. Post interview analysis means what? Let's say we went for one company for interview, but some reason we couldn't answer properly 2 or 3 questions. Okay, or some reason we couldn't crack that interview. Okay, so you can call me and ask your doubts question, right? Okay, and I will give a solution on that. So we will not repeat mistake that again and again. Okay, because all we make mistake, but we should learn from that mistake, right? So next time we can give our best and we can definitely crack that interview. but outside they are not providing any kind of this support, right? Fees already I have told. Okay, you can pay in installment also. First 2 sessions free, so half you can pay after that and remaining after 2 or 3 weeks, correct? But if you go outside, they are charging for same fees like anything 15K to 50K, but they're giving knowledge is very less, or sometimes it's purely theory knowledge, or that the money we pay for that return we are not getting anything, right? So we are providing as much as knowledge. We always try to go beyond syllabus. Fine. Now next point, support. So there is 100% support from faculty during course. Any question doubt immediately they can ask, right? Also I'm available on Gtalk, Skype, so they can student can ping and ask question like a lot of student is doing here, right? Also I've created one group, so on that you can post your doubts question and ask your question, right? Also after finishing course, right, still if any student have doubts or questions, so they can call or mail their doubts of existing project and they will get answer quickly, right? But outside institute, what is problem, that once courses get complete, that institute forgot that student, even they doesn't bother. Okay, right, if you do any call they will not answer also, and there is no support provided by that institute or faculty once courses get finished, right? So we've not kept that process here. Okay, so a lot of students still they are in touch even after doing 3 4 years course, correct? Even after getting jobs also still they are in touch, right? And also I'm posting regular openings in our Facebook group. Fine. Next, reference, already provided reference. Also you can call any my student and get reference from that student, how faculty teach, what was teaching methodology, also what is their experience, right? And you can get feedback from them, right? And if you ask outside, so they're not providing any feedback, right, or reference of any students, correct? So this we offer to our students, okay, and this you will get outside, correct? So this is the best attempt from our side to give as much as knowledge, as much as support, okay, to a student to excel in software testing and be successful software test engineer, correct? So that's it from my side. Thank you very much. So if you have any question, please raise your hand and you can feel free to ask your question.